Hello everyone, Simon 2009 Borough here, and welcome to, well, it's going to be part 7 of my my Cities in Motion tutorial series. It's been a long time since I've released a video on this, but this video is probably going to be quite long. There are some reasons for this. Basically the last computer I had with the save game on went completely wrong. And since then I've had a whole load of problems with it and all, with everything and just life and getting all the series done. So this is going to be the last video in this tutorial, and in this last video I'm going to go over and show you some of the key things you're going to need to know to build up a successful mass transit system in this game. The first thing we're going to cover is integration. So this is like, we're going to build ourselves a bus route throughout the city. This is the first step to our integrated system. This basically will mean we can feed the, we'll go as far as that roundabout, we can turn around there. That we use lines to feed other lines, basically. So we're going to build a bus route not too long across this city, across Kapala, the main areas of Kapala anyway. And we'll go to here. Okay, so we have our first sort of we have our bus route set out. The next thing to do though is to actually create the line and add the stops. So we're going to start up here and go to here. The next one's down here. Always remember that you're going to be on the right hand side of the road as well, which is, for you guys, if you're in America or in most of mainland Europe, isn't going to be too much of an issue, as this game is built by, built by a German company, I think. But for me, of course, I'm British and we drive on the left in Britain, so it's something that can confuse me. If you're Japanese, then you'll also have to watch out for that. Anyway, this is the end of the line, so we're going to turn it round. This game is really, really simple. I've actually started a new game on the easiest possible. I've set all the settings so it's as easy as possible, just so we get the video out quickly and I can cover everything that I need to cover in a space of time that's not too long. Right here you'll see it says close line. You want to close the line, you want to manage your vehicles. 20 stops, so I'd say you're probably going to need about... Go for this one. I'd say you're probably going to need to go for 3 or 4 buses, so I'm going to stick 4 on. And we can now open that line. And that'll get that moving, and they'll spread out, whatever. So we're going to call this sort of our central point here. And from here, we're now going to integrate this. We're going to build a metro line, and we're going to rotate it. Oh, that's the wrong key. I forget what keys do what in this game. Yeah, zoom in's up, right. Yeah, move around. There is a key. Ah, right. There's my underground view. You'll need your underground view. It's been that long since I played this game, I've forgotten which key rotates things. Alright, okay, yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Ah, yeah, that's right. Right click. I forgot about that. So yeah, you want to put this, in the vicinity of this stop here, or you won't get the benefit of the integration system. And we're going to build a line all the way out to the north here. Find a good place to put this stop. And last but not least, all the way to the top here. I'm sure the farmer would be well pleased if we stick a subway system line into his crops. Anyway, you've got like levels here. This is for when you're building the line and building the stations. Because now we're going to build an underground line. It's like, well, I'll demonstrate here. If we build this little section of line here, now if I select under number 3, we can build a line underneath like that. Oops. But we don't need that right now, so we're going to undo that. Go back to level 2 and rebuild this line. You want to try avoiding what I've done there, because it actually does cost you a slight amount of money if you demolish things. You don't get as much back as what you build them for, as with most games. And finally, okay. We don't actually need to build a line on both sides of the underground system if you don't want to. You can if you want, but we're not going to bother. We're just going to go for one side. It doesn't matter which side you go to on these, but I prefer to stick to the right, and that keeps the system running smoothly. So we have our 5 stops, and then we go all the way back. And close the line. Like that. Manage the vehicles. I'd say that one train is probably going to be enough for now. Open that. So we now have an integrated system here where passengers are going to be going from one to the other, and this is what's going to make you your money in this game. The problem is that we need to have a look at this roster here and think, how can we save and make money? Well, quite simply, we can knock our prices up slightly. It'll make our system slightly less attractive, but we can knock them up slightly to make some extra money. You want to knock your vehicle maintenance up to about 55%. Your wages, as long as they're okay with it, you can drop it. You don't want them to do that and be sad. And then I always stick another 50 on just to make sure. So 1, 2, there we go. Down again till there, 1, 2. It just for economical changes. And that'll keep our system running nicely. The problem is things can't move too fast in this game unless you fast forward. So I'm going to fast forward. And you'll see we've got some passengers now. We have some passengers here going between the two lines. So that's starting to work. If we slow things back down, the next thing we can do to try and make money is we can build another bus route. And we can integrate it between those two lines that we've got. What I would usually try and do is avoid having bus routes and tram routes on the same road, otherwise they'll get stuck. So you don't want a tram line along here, because trams will get stuck and buses will get stuck, and it just turns out to be a nightmare. So what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to go down to, where should we go to? Go down to here. and build a bus route that goes all the way round here, links up with this one, then comes off up here. Let's check we can get round there. Yeah, we should be able, yeah, we can. So it links up here, comes off here, and we build. As you can hear, we're starting to make some money. All the way along here. And that's now integrating with that. And if we build it up to here, we can go all the way up to here and end it there. Next job, of course, is to plan our bus route. And build it. So we start here, go like that. Go through here. Onto this. Oops. Now if you do that, you can just press this little cross here and it'll take it out. Not this one. This one deletes the line. This one deletes the stop. Go along here, and now we've integrated those two bus routes together. And then they'll be both integrated to the subway line, which should make us a lot more money. And we ain't going to get to see the long-lasting effects of it in this video. But this is basically how to set up a new successful system that's going to make you some money on this game, and you'll become a success. So there's going to be about 36 stops on this route, which means we're probably going to need about 7 buses on it. What you don't want to do is build like lots of bus lines on the same map and no other lines, because that just doesn't work. You don't get the integration effect of feeding each line off each line. Because if passengers don't have to change vehicle, then how on earth are you going to make money? First of all, we're going to go on a 7 buses. Go. They'll all start off. And that'll be now sort of, we've now got this integrated here of these two lines running off each other. And if we go back to our central point, we can see that that's starting to work. Now, and the final line we're going to build on this video is a helicopter line. I'm going to show you to build a helicopter line. Basically, you want to put this in a place where it's going to be sort of all your central lines where it's going to reach, and we can see here it's going to reach there. The second one is going to go at the airport, out here, just outside the terminal here, where it says it's German for airport, which is Flughafen. And you might also want to put one out here. Finally, before we move on to the final point of the video, we are going to build the line. You can't go back, of course. So we've got a line there. I would say that one helicopter is going to be enough for this. We'll maybe put a second smaller one on. So there we have that running. And that should bring in some passengers. Eventually in time that'll bring in money. The final points I want to run over in the video, the final point is advertising. This can drive your company reputation up. And the best way to do it is look at the price and think, at the minute we are not so good with, we're probably worst with white collar workers marginally. So you want to look at your white collar workers, and you want to pick the campaign that's going to have the biggest effect on them, which is the newspaper for 12 months, and we'll go for it, and that will hopefully drive our company reputation up a little bit. So we can fast forward a little, but this is basically the makings of a new system. So we're going to save. We'll call it Kapala. And that's basically it, guys. So I hope this tutorial in total, although it was a lot shorter than I wanted it to be, I hope this tutorial was helpful. I hope it did provide you with some information that you need to set up a new system on this game. And good luck with your gaming. I hope you enjoy playing as much as I do. And happy building. And join me for another one of my my series another time. I'll see you all later.